Delta.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw is Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, Akers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-man. Check girls.
Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Back, 390, 190.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Hey, Delta!
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7. First down, Falcons.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
They'll run on first down. Akers. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. White! 25, check 25, check 25.
On 2nd down now, Akers trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Rivers. Caught by Montgomery. Way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where's he lining up? What can he...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Third and long for Cousins. And complete to Zach Ertz. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Still 180. Black 11. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And oh, look at that. A diving catch.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Falcons and Saints, they aren't strangers to one another. That's no secret. They were founded 1 year apart back in the 60s. Their first meeting in 1967. And neither franchise had much success through the 70s and 80s, but boy, has that changed in recent memory. And the Falcons holding the all-time series advantage 52-48. And one of the more memorable matchups, certainly between the two teams, September of 2006. It was the reopening of the Superdome following the devastation from Hurricane Katrina the year prior. The Saints winning that one 23-3. And now they meet here in this one as part of the NFL 100 series. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First down, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. They'll throw again. Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rivers now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Wait, 89.
On first down, Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Back, back, back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rivers to throw it. Allen's got it complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rerun. Hey, Charlie. Line 54. Line 54.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Bravo.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, watch this!
On second down, Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Hey, Haywood! Left right. Check 52.
On first down, Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
79! 55. Hey, echo! 55. Oh, here we go! Cluster, cluster, cluster!
On second down, Montgomery. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set 180! Set 180! 54!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Come on. Switch. Hey, easy. No.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, box truck. Mike, 54. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch the run.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Rivers, and Ingram holds it in. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it, and I can't wait.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
Black 11! Check, watch 54, Hey, Delta! Mike 54! Small! 54! Behind!
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 29, Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Running on first down, Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A run here with Lynch.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On first and 10, Cousins. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Only good on the extra point. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
In your face.
Rivers here to throw. He's got Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race.